Jeffrey.
You ready to eat some W's?
Quattro.
Hey, your boy, how do you pronounce his last name? Plute? Your boy Plute has suggested that they're going to do portable mortgage rates.
Pulte. Not Plute.
Pulte, is that what it is? I don't even know how to spell his last name.
Plute.
Hello and welcome to Geoff Schwartz's Smarty. Geoff Schwartz's Smarty presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. It is Thursday, November 13th. I am Geoff Schwartz. That is Matt Ford. And Matt, we did it. We broke the losing streak.
Let's go. We're back.
4-1 this week. 4-1 this week.
Whew.
I already looked at the slate. I love it for this week. We're getting some more victories. We're back after a really tough month. And we're back really with like games that we got right. They were right the entire time, Matt. It wasn't many sweats. Sort of knew, I think, early on we were going to win some of these. So it was nice to have a less stressful NFL weekend. How was your weekend, sir? Besides your team, that was
yeah, my team. We'll talk about them later. I mean, we're a second half team, Jeff. You and me. Like we're like the.
We have been historically.
We have been. We know we're bad in week 2, and then we always sort of die in the middle of the season, and then we go on some kind of heater, and then finish close to 500. That's what's about to happen here.
Yeah, we normally don't go on that cold of a run for 4 weeks, but the thing about gambling that's so hard, the many things are hard about, is that you rarely have like 7-0 weekends. A lot of them are 4-3, 3-4. Then you have like 2 1-6 weekends, and you never recover from the 1-6 weekends. You just never do. No. It's like the rarest thing ever. So you have to just, and it sounds so dumb to just strive to hit 55% every week, which is
tough,
making money, of course. But in all sports, by the way, I follow some sharp people, and they have bad years too. And I've realized that like when I follow them and they reach a certain point, like there's no coming back from like a bad year. It's just like you have to just stop doing it. Just like cut it off. You're done. But we are back with a good week. We're back with another good week. I thought last week, Matt, I'm curious your thoughts about this as we get into this week. Like, I feel like a real separation weekend where the good teams, I thought, elevated themselves, and the bad teams were like just kind of really bad. And then we have sort of like Buffalo thrown in there. Like, I feel like a very clear of what these teams are heading to this weekend.
I do too, and it was also refreshing. Like everyone was so surprised by the Dolphins win, but like that's what happens in the NFL. Like every week there's one of those, and you know the Saints getting on the board, which knocked me out of Survivor. R.I.P. Survivor. Thanks Panthers. I should have known better.
You made it that long though. That's good. I mean, no one's made it this
week
long.
10. But like that's what happens in the NFL, and like through the first 2 months of the season, that never happened.
Yeah.
And so we started to kind of doubt ourselves, and then we had one of our worst weeks on a week that we usually would clean up on because we were sort of like maybe these bad teams, like the bottom is just sort of falling out. So it'll be interesting. Like tonight when people listen to this, like maybe we can just start with talking about this one, the Jets and the Patriots. Like this is one of those games that in theory in the past, you just 100% just like take the points with the Jets. They're this terrible team, but like they show up in these kinds of situations. Especially with the Patriots team that's off of a big win. But I don't know. Why don't we? I mean, maybe we can finish that last point. But I am curious where your lean is on this one.
You know what is a good wager on DraftKings? You can go to the stage of. They have a playoff tab or wins tab, future tabs. So one of those 3. Your stage of elimination. You can bet on when the team gets eliminated in the postseason, and it's like plus 200 for the Patriots to be eliminated in the divisional round. And I think I'm going to make that wager, Matt. We can even use some of our future money on that because New England is going to maybe the 1 seed. I don't know. 2 seed, somewhere right there. They're going to host Kansas City in the divisional round and lose by 10 to 14 points. Like that's just what's going to happen. Like they're not built to be a playoff team, like a long-term playoff team. They can build obviously to win now, but there's just no way, Matt, they're doing this in the postseason. And it's worth looking at now. Now, the question would be like, would their money line price be, what would it be on divisional weekend if they host the Chiefs? Like the Chiefs are probably favored by 4 to 6. Chiefs are 4-point favorite at 8-2 Denver this week. We'll talk about that game obviously later. What were they favored at Kansas City, in New England, either wild card or divisional round? I did 6 probably 5.
No, if New England's the 1 seed and they're off a bye,
yes. What do you think it is?
I think it's probably like 1.5. Like,
no,
they're
way.
just, I mean, a 1 seed coming off a bye in the playoffs. Like, if the Chiefs, like, the Chiefs will have to play, like, who would they play in round 1 then? They are like the 5.
Are we saying they win? If they're the 5 seed, they would play the
like the Ravens or something.
It wouldn't be the. It would have to be like, yeah, probably actually it'd be a tough game. Yeah, we're saying that they obviously don't win the division, right? So they're the 5 seed. They probably the Ravens, probably, yeah. Or the West winner could be the 4 seed eventually. Indianapolis could fade off and be the 4. I mean, they're going to play Indy or Denver or in the situation, the Chargers, the Ravens, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like this, every year there's some stuff that starts to happen at this time of the year.
They can actually. Well, in this scenario, by the way, the Chiefs would actually probably be the 6 seed because Buffalo would be the 5 seed.
Yeah, right. I mean, Buffalo is like, both the Chiefs and the Bills are like in real danger right now. I'm seeing if I can find like the standings last year at this time, because it just seems
sure
like
you can.
Pro
Football Reference has it by the week, I think.
Yeah,
you could look through there if you have time. So basically, I'll talk about this game on Thursday. So Jets Patriots favored by 12.5. I mean, there's no play to be made in this game. It's the Jets. I saw someone say this the other day. I don't know who. I can't give him credit. I forget who it was who said the Browns are the only team to lose that game to the Jets last weekend, which is absolutely true. In the middle of that game, Matt, really end of third quarter. I'm looking at the game. It's 17-17. Okay, the Jets had 3 yards passing, 5 yards passing. It was 17-17. They allowed, obviously, and then they threw a screen pass, so it wasn't even like an air yard, negative air yards for a 50-yard touchdown. They didn't pass the ball at all, and so look, I mean, can the Jets keep this close? I mean, I don't know. The Patriots are going to play out of their mind still. I talked about this with Gabe. I think I mentioned this with Gabe. I just really did not like how Mike Vrabel managed the end of the first half. And some of that stuff will come back to bite him in more important games. It might not happen this weekend, but that was really reckless. And if he does this stuff in the playoffs, that's going to cost them a game. You just can't do that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do I need to refresh you quickly?
Yeah, refresh me, because I do remember sort of.
So they're under 2 minutes and they go in the first half. They're down 4. Tampa has no timeouts of balls at the 1. First and goal at the 1. The first play, they took a knee. So they wasted the first play to burn clock, then got stuffed on second down and third down, and then Diggs had a great touchdown catch to score to end the first half. I mean, that you can't waste up a down, dude. Like, you have to score a touchdown there. The ball's at the 1. That stuff just ain't going to fly in the postseason. So maybe he's just doing it now to get. I just don't trust this team in the postseason. But that doesn't matter for Thursday. I think Thursday they're going to win. The thing about this too is that when people put out their wagers on Thursday night, the ones that we like to fade, which could be us, fade me all you want, they're going to all be on the Patriots. So
yeah,
that's
that point about Vrabel. Like, it's more like, that was a bad decision. But like, when you're 8-2, I think is what the Patriots are, 7-2. Like, it's just that kind of season. Like, everything just kind of goes right for you when you win those games. And there is a comeuppance. It always happens, but that doesn't mean that they're going to like lose in the first round. But it does feel like they're playing a little bit over their skis. And Tampa's like watching a guy playing blackjack. Like, they're either like the hottest or the coldest. Like, Tampa is never just like, they took care of business and it was normal. It was the first month of the season. It was like, Baker is definitely the MVP because they can't lose in the fourth quarter. And he's just ripping off these big plays. Like, they're such an interesting team. Like, they go like this.
Well, that thing about like Drake May too is every week, like, the new MVP front runner has not played very well.
Yeah.
And Drake May is like now the guy now, right? And so is Stafford. We'll talk about that game obviously later. So again, the point is, New England's winning the games they should win. Their offensive line, defensive line played really well against Tampa Bay, but a team I'm looking to fade in the postseason. Nothing for this game. Let's get to your team in Madrid. You're going to wake up at 6:30 in the morning with Jack and watch the game?
I mean, I'll be awake. We'll probably be watching because, that's just what we're going to do. We're actually flying. I'm actually flying on Sunday, so I will not be home. I will allegedly be flying on Sunday. You flew today. How was it?
It was fine, but it's interesting. I think the less flights are making it go smoother at the airports because there's just less flights. But I'm not a route that's going to get canceled. So I feel fortunate about it now. They're not canceling like, Charlotte to New York and back. So we'll see. Look, the last 2 days I've had that. I fly home tomorrow, 5:30. That leg has been delayed or canceled now 2 weeks in a row. The last 2 nights, Monday and Tuesday, I went on the app. I looked at that flight. It went left on time, Matt, and landed on time. So it would be just my luck on Thursday that ends up being delayed a little bit. But nonetheless, Sunday morning, Commanders, Dolphins. What do we got here?
Yeah, the Dolphins are 2.5-point favorites, and I wish I had the stones to convince you that they were a little bit overvalued because they just came off a big win. I don't really. My fandom of Washington makes me want to take this less, frankly. But if I didn't care, I would probably say like, hey, this is a professional veteran team. They're on like a historic losing streak of getting blown out. The Dolphins were celebrating in the locker room after going 3-7 or whatever. I trust the Quinn coaching staff a bit more with the international stuff. But I don't know. It's pretty hard to bet on this defense.
Is there a little worry that you have that?
Yes. Whatever you're about to say.
Is there a worry that the Quinn has sort of lost the locker room a little bit after like the way their attitude was a little bit on Sunday?
See, it's interesting. I think we're going to find out this week if he did or didn't, because he, for those of you who aren't super locked into Washington coaching personnel news, he's taking over the defensive coordinator role. Joe Witt is taking a backseat. He essentially got fired, but he gets to keep his job for the rest of the year. So I'm curious if like the defense responds and it's all of a sudden like, oh, okay, like they just needed a different voice. That will be interesting. My understanding with Quinn is like, this is like a player's coach. He's one of these guys that everybody, lines up to play for, like a Bobby Wagner and those kinds of guys. It would be hard to imagine that he's lost them, but we'll see. That will be the test. Yeah. Like it's more than
I like him taking responsibility and saying this is my team. It's my job.
Yeah,
I'm going to make sure we do it right. So I like that out of him doing that. So we'll be watching the maybes. I don't know. I wasn't a game that I looked at and sort of had interest in. The next one I have a lot of interest in.
Yeah, me too. Okay, some news here.
This number is insane. I don't get this number at all.
Well, it's you're referring, of course, to the Green Bay Packers laying 7 at New York, and it sounds like Jameis Winston is going to be the starter of this game.
Has anyone watched the Packers play football? I'm genuinely.
No,
curious.
I can't because of YouTube TV.
We can get it. Do you want to do that now, or you want to do that later?
Well, let's talk about the game first.
There's supposed to be. There's a rumor that they're working out a deal on this right now. Okay, I'm going to read you the Packers' last 6 games, and you tell me why they're laying 7 on the road. Okay. So they lost the Browns 13-10. I think they were like double-digit favorites in that game, right? At Cleveland. They tied the Cowboys. They didn't cover that game. They played the Bengals at Flacco's first game, if you remember. 27-18. Didn't cover the 14 they were favored, or 13. Went to Arizona. Arizona was leading almost the entire game. The Packers come back and win by 4. Didn't cover the 6 or 6.5 that was, right? They beat the Steelers by 10, Matt. They covered that game. Great for them. Then they lost the Panthers as 13-point favorites, and they lost the Eagles, did not cover that game. So by my math, that's 7 games, and you've covered 1 of the last 7 games. Why are they covering this game? What about Green Bay makes you think they're going to cover this game? They are an offense that doesn't scare a single person in National Football League. You watched that game the other night? I know Matt did not watch that game. I did. And Green Bay played so conservative offense because they knew that Packers weren't going to score. Nick Sirianni, in what was an incredibly stupid thing to do, went for it on 4th and 6 on the Packers 37 because he's like, whatever, man. If we lose, if we don't complete this, they're not getting 20 yards to get a field goal range. I do another podcast called GM Shuffle. Check it out. It's with Marty Herney, former Panthers general manager. The thing is, I make too much money doing this show that I feel like I have to balance it out on another show.
For them.
So I do that one for free. And he said for weeks now, he goes, what fears you about the, like what are you fearful about playing the Packers? Like on, especially their offense. Like, what are you worried about? The answer is nothing. So the Giants defensive line, I have the Packers offense. I have them on the road in MetLife. And the other thing too about the Giants, okay, yeah, they're 2-8, but they've been close and covering in a lot of games, right? Now Brian Dable's gone. Maybe that helps them cover. I don't know. I like Jameis Winston over Russell Wilson. Thankfully, that decision they're going with. Michael Parsons will be a problem. They're going to have to find a way to block him. But I think the Giants here getting 7 points is absolutely the right side.
I do too. And it's like, I think with Russ, it would have been one of those like, all right, maybe. But I think with Winston, they're going to be able to move the ball. Like, I don't care who the receivers are. I know that, the Giants are just a total mash unit. The other thing with the Packers, like, I think the Packers are such an interesting team this year. They came in, the expectations were so high, but their whole team seems to be like very inconsistent, I think is just the right word to describe it. And, we talked in, I think, the second or third week of the season about Jordan Love. Like, when he gets pressured, he's just a guy. When he's got time, when things are rolling downhill, he looks amazing. I think the Tucker Kraft thing has really made an impact. All these receivers are guys who are like, yeah, that guy's pretty good. And then it's like, oh, wait, who's getting open on like 3rd and 6? And when that sort of comes to pass, when it's a close game, I don't feel like I have a lot of trust in them. So yeah, I'm fine with the Giants. I love the chance to bet on Jameis Winston to resurrect his career once more. And
this will be fun to watch the Giants play.
Yeah, I mean,
I also just like, also too, like, what frustrates me about, I've said this before about like NFL media is like people, I think firing Matt LaFleur is dumb and Packers fans shouldn't suggest that. But you see people talking negatively about the Packers offense and people are like, how dare you? I'm like, just watch the games, man.
Yeah.
Jordan Love is not playing well. He's not, I mean, when I know Matt, you couldn't watch that game. I'll give you 30 seconds in about 5 seconds here. I mean, Matt LaFleur is like visibly angry watching his quarterback work the other day. That's not good, right? It's not good. Guys are open. The broadcast was talking about it. Go ahead, Matt. Here, YouTube TV and ESPN are in a dispute. Supposedly, it's going to get fixed pretty soon. What's your take here?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love, one of the highest paid players in NFL history, can't move the ball. My thing with YouTube TV and Disney is, do you remember, Geoff, when like the last time this happened, where there was like a carrier dispute with the network? And I felt like this happened pretty frequently when we were in our 20s, maybe. Like this sort of happens, like, Spectrum's not going to have this. Like, remember, like this, and then it was the same playbook.
It also happened like local. It happened locally in Charlotte last year, where like Fox wasn't on for a month.
Yeah. There's always the local ones, and those ones kind of have different feels. This is a national one. I just feel like there used to be a time where the idea that they would miss 2 Monday Night Football games is just unthinkable. Like a few years ago, you maybe would have missed one, and just the feeling of like people would have gotten so mad, and both sides would have been so afraid of the backlash that they just would have folded and gotten it done. And I feel like right now there's just this general feeling that it's just okay to screw people. Like, I just feel like this one, they're like, fine. Like, if we miss another Monday Night Football game, like, who cares? These suckers will still stay signed up for YouTube TV. They'll get their dumb $20 voucher. Like, I just feel like we're all getting ripped off, and it's driving me crazy. It's like, how many dollars have I spent on watching the NFL this year? I have Red Zone. I have Sunday Ticket. I have YouTube TV regular. Like, just let me watch the games. Like, what are we doing here? This is such like a dumb way to treat people, and it just really makes me mad.
I wonder where the idea of treating people like shit comes from.
It's everywhere.
I wonder where that could possibly trickle down from. And treating your constituents like they're that's not that podcast. Not that podcast, Matt. But you're right. The outrage would have been something that it happened a couple years ago. You're right. It happened a couple of years ago, and we missed like one weekend of something, and everyone was like, "Screw you!" and they fixed it. They figured it out like immediately. And we've gone 2 college football weekends. Like it's a big deal for a big college football guy like I am. Like the reason I like YouTube TV is the 4 box, right? Like it's easy. Also, as much as I travel, it's easy to watch stuff on my iPad. But it's mostly like the 4 box, right? I get to watch 4 college games at once. And the ESPN app is also utterly atrocious. It's a terrible app. And you can't even, it doesn't work. So having used the ESPN app now, not have YouTube TV, has been the pain in the ass. It feels like they're going to figure out. I saw the article today was more like they're trying to figure out the carrier fees for Discovery and some other Disney problem. Like, who gives just give us YouTube TV back. It's very simple.
Come on.
They're probably going to raise the price for all of us, by the way. They're going to raise the price for all of us, by the way. That will be the end result.
It's so insane. So it's just stop. Everyone just maybe just stop being an asshole to everybody. Giants +7. Hey buddy, I'm with you. But hey man, but we might get 50-year mortgages, so that'll make everyone happy. Let's move it along. Tampa Bay. Move it along. We'll save it for the text thread.
Wait,
go ahead.
Well, you can also get a 15-year car payment now too if you want. That might be something you can do too if you
definitely a good investment.
Anyone have a car 15 years? If you have a car 15 years before?
Yeah, I have a horse-drawn carriage for 15 years.
Yeah.
Bucs and Bills.
I have 1 horsepower. 1 horsepower.
I have a horse. I have a literal horse.
So I love the idea that the horsepower thing came from just the idea that you had 1 horse or 2 or 3 or 4. I have a 4-powered horse. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. Nonetheless, this thing all gonna be cut. Whatever. Bills Buccaneers. Let's go. I actually like a side in this one.
Bills Bucs. Bills by 5.5. What are we missing here? I'm sorry. Why are the Bills favored by 5.5? What are we? Sorry. Okay.
Are
we square?
Here's the thing about this game. Is that I like Tampa Bay. I think you do too.
Yeah. Is
that what are we going to say to each other when this game is 38-21 and we're like, what the fuck did we? Excuse my language. What the hell, Buffalo?
Yeah.
That's the only problem, right, Matt? But the question is that actually possible with this Buffalo team? And I don't argue it's not possible, right? In the past, it was. But think about where they're at right now, okay? The last 5 games, lost the Patriots by 3, scored 20 points. Lost the Falcons by 10, scored 14 points. Beat up the Panthers, who make no sense all season, right? They're up and down, up and down. I might like them this week. The Chiefs, who's their Super Bowl, they beat by 7, right? And then last week, whatever that was, scored 13 points. So in the last 5 games, 20 points, 14 points, 13 points.
Yep.
Right. In Kansas City, for whatever reason, just didn't run the ball in them. They did a ton of rush yards last week, ton of rush yards against the Falcons. The Panthers ran the ball, and they were behind, so they really didn't have a ton of rushing yards, but it was efficient. Their DVOA right now for against the run is, I think, 30 in the NFL right now. It's a legitimate problem. Tampa Bay will just run the football. They'll out physical them. Plus, Tampa Bay last week, Matt, got super worked on the offense defensive line. And they're not that, it shouldn't happen against the Patriots. I think they're going to come back this weekend and try to solve that problem in Buffalo. I don't get the number. Maybe we're wrong on this one, but I do like Tampa a lot. 5.5 points. I mean, I haven't looked at the weather yet. I don't think the weather is bad either. Or it's going to be cold, but it's not going to be windy and crazy and rainy.
Cold.
But so what? It's cold, whatever. Players are fine.
Yep.
What is the Buffalo's going to stop Tampa's offense? I just don't buy it, man. So I like Tampa here, man. I think that we're on the same side.
Yeah, we're on the same side. I mean, the thing, obviously I've spent quite a bit of time thinking about Jaden Daniels this year, but I feel like I sensed this with Josh Allen a bit last week, where it's not like Josh Allen's playing bad, but when you take, when the running game isn't there, and then you have these receivers who are okay, but kind of can't get open on just the easy ones. There isn't that, thing that Lamar has where it's Zay Flowers can get open, or Derrick Henry, you at least have to kind of have somebody looking at him, or, they still have Mark Andrews. I know he's not, he's not what he was, but the Bills don't just seem to have that guy. And Kincaid went out, which by the way, screwed our over yards for him last week. Their offense, they just don't have a lot of guys. And so when all of a sudden, Allen just is sort of looking around, who's open, and he makes a play here and there, then all of a sudden, the Bills just, they don't seem like this really scary juggernaut. And I don't know, they can probably fix that in a week. There is a chance, like you said, that, the Buffalo wins this one by 3 scores and we look like idiots, but I'll take it with Tampa off of a loss here. Why not? I believe in them, and, they're the blackjack player. They catch a couple of good cards and all of a sudden they're stacking chips again. I think this is a fine play.
Man, I'm not someone who thinks that a player prop should be given like voided if your guy gets hurt. Just like that's wagering. Guys get hurt, right, Matt? But I've never had it happen where I did get the money back. Like they do refund that every now and then. And never Kincaid was like, on his way to be over and got hurt and just didn't happen. What are you going to do? It's a bummer. I mean, I called 37 yards at the half. I mean, he's right on line, go over, and it just didn't happen. But that's life. We will. Who can Zach Ertz go over this weekend for the Commanders against the Dolphins? I'll probably go back to Zach Ertz there.
Yeah, I mean they have no.
He's been a fan of. Him and Mariota have done some connecting last couple of weeks.
Ertz is such a pro, man. All right, that's all right. So we have two that we think we like. Let's do another here. This one I doubt we will like. The Texans are 6.5 point favorites at Tennessee. And there was a moment when this was at 7 that I was like, maybe. But I don't think we can take Tennessee in this one, do you?
No, probably not. Even though, I mean, it's not like the worst wager. No Stroud's not practicing today. This is one of those ones I think is the ones where like we have what did we call it last week? Where the sixth pick on deck circle, like it feels like an on deck circle possibility.
If what happens? If Stroud, if Mills, because if Mills comes in, then this line's gonna move.
No, I think Stroud's not playing again this weekend.
I agree, but the line will go in the Titans' direction if he's out.
I know, and we made the rule that we can't. That we're not going to take a different line than we get today.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, we'll just skip the game then.
Yeah, I would just like to not bet the Titans. I would just like enjoy my life more if we didn't need the Titans to come through. I mean, against the best defense in the league.
you don't want to be on your flight Sunday and me text messaging you about the Titans and what's happening in the game. I feel like that would
missing
ruin,
my connection.
Where are you going?
Are you going to Columbus for a wedding. I am not going somewhere fun.
No kid or no kid?
No kid.
Wow.
No kid.
You and the wife?
Yep.
Romantic Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, man. Who can't beat Columbus on a Ohio State game day weekend in November? Can't beat it.
Well, the game is Saturday though. You missed the game.
The wedding is Saturday. Yeah. And you know who they're playing? They're playing UCLA. So all these people from frickin' LA are going to be flying there. It's
I don't think many UCLA fans are flying to Columbus. Oh, you're flying home Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're flying there. Okay. I thought you were flying home. I thought you were flying
I'm fired up. Can you tell? I'm super fired up.
So I'm it's interesting. You're still in the age of I have no weddings like anytime soon in my life.
I thought I was done, Geoff. I
like it because my wife has the best. Like she just has fun, like dancing and whatnot. I just do the white guy dance around her, and she just has the best time ever. We're like a year away from bar mitzvah season. Like ever.
Yeah.
Buddy,
there's second weddings. There's all kinds of that stuff.
Well, I don't really have enough friends to have second weddings. Most of the people I talk to are not getting divorced. You're not getting divorced. Gabe's not getting divorced. I talked to two other people. A guy named Ben.
Hank's not married.
And Hank's not married. And my buddy Ben and Duke's not getting divorced. No one's getting divorced. We're all too afraid.
Can I give you 100%? Can I give you a take?
Yes.
I may have done this one with you. Gabe and I have this. This is a joint take. I'm not going to a wedding anymore unless I'm in the wedding or introducing myself to someone getting married that day. I'm either in the wedding or I'm a stranger, and that's this. I'm introducing myself to the bride at this wedding. Like I got nothing to lose. It's like it's my wife's friends from college.
Wow.
And I've never met the bride. She hasn't either. And I'm going to walk up and be like, "Great to meet you. Thanks for the 600 beers."
Is your wife a bridesmaid?
Well, she's friends with the groom, so she's not.
Oh, the groom. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm saying okay. Those are your two choices, huh?
Yeah. I think it's a good policy.
On the bar mitzvah angle, though, like legitimately, starting August of 26, every weekend from then until basically September of 27, there's a bar mitzvah in my kid's grade. Like it is so aggressive. I told my son, I'm like, buddy, I can't physically do all these. Now at that age, most of them are just drop off at a party. Like I don't like know the parents well enough to go.
My parents didn't come to any of my friends.
Yeah, but there are some that we're good friends with. Like it's going to be an aggressive year of bar mitzvahs. Just letting you know, I'm not missing college football for any of them.
Oh, that's a good point. We've talked. Bill Simmons does his parent corner. I think we're going to need a bar mitzvah corner because they are truly they are a sight. Like I'm half Jewish. I can say this. Not the greatest dancers in the whole world. 13-year-old kids certainly not the greatest dancers in the whole world. Like it's quite a scene, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. My Norman 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 bar mitzvahs. From
oh my God.
24 bar mitzvahs to attend from 8/26 to 12/27. So essentially
college football Saturdays.
Yeah. Oh baby, let's go. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a break here. We'll get back to some games we're not going to bet on. We'll do that next. Bengals, Steelers, Matt, our next game up. Would you rather be at a bar mitzvah or watch the Bengals Steelers?
Oh boy. It is a mitzvah to watch this game, buddy. The Steelers 5.5-point favorites. Man. I mean, I guess the play is the Bengals, but like, God help us if that's what we're doing.
We're not, so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, Pittsburgh just is a wreck, dude. Like they're Sunday was encapsulating of all their problems, right? Where they can't really rush the passer well enough consistently, even against the Chargers' bad offensive line. They only stop the run very well. And then offensively, they have no deep threats whatsoever. So I bet on the Chargers. I don't think we did it on our own on our show. But I think we look at hindsight, we probably would have, if we got to Friday and done this on Friday, we probably would have done it. Okay. The Bengals bringing back Joe Burrow I don't get it, because why would you play him? You're not going to playoffs. Why would you rush him back to hope so Zach Taylor keeps his job? I don't get bringing Flacco back. I mean, not Flacco. Also, too, that Joe Flacco has been good in his stead. They haven't missed a beat on offense. Maybe that's why. That's Gabe's conspiracy, that Joe Burrow heard everyone talking about Flacco as his guy. As not his guy, but like the guy who's now like commanding the offense. Like, yeah, not that different.
Well, so not to bring up Jaden Daniels again, but I've had a lot of discussions about whether he should come back if he's cleared, because in both situations a lost season.
Well,
I kind of think he should. I
actually think I take it back. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think Daniels should come back. And for Burrow, my logic being like he needs the reps. The team needs something to build on for the next year. Like if you're healthy, you should play, no matter like how important you are to the team. But for Burrow, for whatever reason, I don't feel as strongly about it. And I'm curious kind of why I feel that way. I guess it's because like, well, what is there to gain? We know Joe Burrow is awesome, but like it's the same kind of thing. Like if then why play Jamar Chase? Why play, anybody? Like if they're healthy, they should play, right?
Well, so that, I've been arguing before. If they're healthy, they should play. You're paying them to play, right? I get all that. Okay, the Daniels thing is much different because I think this way the season has gone, you would like to build some confidence in this offense moving forward, right? With Daniels, even though I think there's a chance Kingsbury has a college job at the end of the season, maybe before the end of the season. Like I think teams are going to call Kingsbury. Now he might want a pro job though. I think that's where he might be going to, by the way. So that's besides the point. With Joe Burrow though, with his injury history, we know what he can do offensively, Matt. So bringing him back to do the same thing we know he can do, and because the offense is already playing well, it doesn't really change the chances they win at all, right? In my mind, right? Like they've scored 38 points and lost and 42 points and lost in the last two games. That's not because Joe Burrow's not playing, right?
Right.
And because of injury history, you want to start next season with him completely healthy. In my book, right? You don't want him to get hurt again. You know, I'm taking extra hits. Like all those things I think that are why we're worried about Burrow playing, but maybe why Daniel should be playing to build some confidence in him. Like Burrow doesn't need to build up confidence. The offense is playing fine right now without him.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to make sure I'm not saying Burrow's or Flacco's better than Burrow. Let's be real. But
yeah, of course.
That's why that's what I'm worried about Burrow. That's what I am. And I'm also worried about the quarterback of the team in our next game, Matt, because I mean, buddy,
which one?
Well, one of them because he can't get hit too much. The other one just isn't very good.
Yeah, that's both can be said about each of them. The Chargers.
You hate
at
Herbert
the
so much.
Jaguars.
I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Dude, Joe Alt's out. They can't do anything. I mean, they lost Joe Alt. The Chargers
well
at the Jaguars.
Week, so take that.
+3. -118 if you take the Jags here. The Jags are the side. The question is it going to burn us? And do we want to do that? I'm not.
I mean, I don't have a ton of great sides. I don't love a lot of things this week, so it's certainly worth discussing. It would be Jags or pass, but Trevor Lawrence just does so many dumb things. The drops and the bad throws, and then he looks great sometimes. I just would rather pass on this one, Matt, and not have to pay attention to Jacksonville covering 3 points here. Yeah,
that's fine. Jags with such a weird season. Now Travis Hunter out for the rest of the year, which is so bizarre.
They're going to it's just mismanagement, man. He got hurt. I know it was not on
practice,
not something they thought would happen, but he got hurt playing cornerback in practice. He should be playing wide receiver.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
Okay. We're passing on that one. Bears Vikings. Very tempting. Vikings laying 3 points.
I haven't looked. I'm going to look right now at the splits for this game. I like a side. The side would be the Minnesota Vikings. I'm curious if you feel the same way. Do you feel the same way? Yeah.
I do not.
Okay. So we'll pass on the game. Let me sort of explain why. It's more, I just don't buy the Bears, dude. I just don't. I don't buy them. Yeah, the money's about split, so not surprising. I just don't buy the Bears. Like this is their last basically 6 weeks. Okay, beat the Raiders by 1, Commanders by 1, beat the Saints, lost the Ravens, need a freaky historic comeback to beat the Colts, and need a comeback to beat the Giants. Like I just don't think they're very good. I think that Caleb Williams is getting better, but still has a lot of up and down in his game now. The same can be said for JJ McCarthy, right? So, it's also very true for him. But what I know about these teams is like, I trust the Vikings defense. I do still, but they're not a great team because their offense has not been good this season. So I will leave Minnesota here. Also, Chicago's 25th in overall DVOA. It's not a good team, Matt. So that's why we leave Minnesota here. Not a strong conviction if you're on the other side as well. So I also, again, like sort of like the look at Minnesota after a loss versus the Bears after a win. What's this number if that's reversed or both teams won or both teams lost? Is still 3? Probably not. I think we're getting a good number here as well in Minnesota.
Yeah. I mean, they're very inconsistent, I feel like. Like some weeks they look great. They beat Detroit last week. Their offense looked completely inept against Baltimore. That game, it feels closer than it was. I saw them in person with Wentz. They lost the Chargers by 1,000. They're up and down. And, this game in the first week of the year was kind of the only time the Bears didn't have their little like magic weird juju on them, where now like it feels like every week they're pulling games out of their butts with, a minute left and Caleb's back there throwing to Colson Loveland, who's playing pinball off the Bengals. Like it just feels like they've had a lot of just like strange, weird wins. So the Vikings are a pretty good call, but the 3, like nowadays you don't get the 3 that often. You get the 2.5.
I know.
So I don't love it, but I would consider it if we need a 5th. Because I do think they're competent. On here, they're pros. The Bears' luck is going to run out at some point. Okay, this wisely, our producer Hank has informed us that we are double banned to wager on this game because both sides are sides that have treated us so poorly. Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. Both the line is the Falcons by 3.5. I don't think we've gotten a game with either of these teams correct this entire season.
Yeah.
So we either need to absolutely bet this with conviction or run away screaming. Those are our two choices.
Okay. If you had to bet this with conviction, what side would it be?
I can't say. I can't say it out loud because it's going to
Carolina
convince you.
or nothing.
Yeah,
it'd
course.
Be Carolina or nothing for me. Yeah, of course.
Michael Penix stinks, dude. Like the Falcons offense makes no sense to me. Watching that team play football, you see them when they're clicking and you're like, man, Tyler Algier gets 8 yards every time he touches the ball. And Bijan Robinson, how does anyone tackle this guy? And Drake London, uncoverable. And then they lose these games with this stupid mixed extra point with a terrible overtime. Like, what? I just don't understand what they are.
So, but what are the Panthers' last 4 games? Beat the Jets 13-6, lost to the Bills 40-9, beat the Packers in Green Bay 16-13, lost to the Saints 17-7. I mean, what are the Panthers?
They're worse, dude. Bryce Young is terrible. If they hand the ball to Rico Dowdle 50 times, they win, and every other scenario they lose. It's unbelievable.
Hank just put a picture of, I think, is this the Martian? Interstellar, right? Is it Interstellar?
Interstellar, yeah. Watching himself in the past and regretting his life choices. That could be us.
Is that what the movie's about? I didn't really get that movie.
It's not really what it's about, but sure, that's a moment in it.
I'm too dumb to get that movie. My brain doesn't work that way.
We've taken a great many tangents today. I'm going to give you one more.
We're not doing that today. Okay, go.
I'm going to give you one more. I don't know if you saw that our president suggested that maybe we use pro football coaches as generals in military conflicts yesterday.
I did not see that. No,
he did suggest that. Whether the suggestion is valid or not, I do have an opinion about that. I will say that of the head coaches I would enlist to be military generals, I think Dave Canales and Raheem Morris are last on the board. I think they're dead last. Like Dan Campbell, I think you're getting picked.
Can you imagine Mike McDaniel in his capri pants on the battlefield?
Dude, at least he's crazy. At least he's a psycho. You know what I mean? Like, there is some value to just being like a weirdo who's like might just like kind of keep you on your toes. Like, what's that guy doing? But I don't think Raheem Morris is giving the Independence Day speech anytime soon.
Would you take Sean McVay, head coach, in our next?
Hell yeah! Speaking of Sean McVay, he's leading the 4 p.m. slate, laying 3 points to the Seattle Seahawks. This is a great game. I don't think we're going to have a side in this, but I do feel like I have an opinion on who covers.
Hey, put this down as like summer radio, summer topic. Like which NFL head coaches would be the best generals in the field? It's a good summer radio topic. I would lean Rams here, Matt, in this game. Seattle is doing really good things, but this is a pretty important game for Sam Darnold, who we saw last year in this type of game end of the season, pumpkin time, right? Pumpkin showed up, and I just can't get it out of my head where this is the game, division game, a potential tiebreaker game right now, a measuring stick game for them, and I trust the Rams wholeheartedly in this game, Matt, to do exactly what they've been doing the entire season. They have my full faith. I just don't trust Sam Darnold. And I come back and eat those words because Seattle's playing well on both sides of the ball, but they cannot run the football. And if you have a limitation like that against a good team like the Rams, I think they take advantage of that. And if you're too one-dimensional on offense, the Rams will just load up and stop the pass. So I would lead Rams here minus the 3. Not my strongest game of the week, but if you're asking me to take a side, it would be the Rams.
Not surprising. Me too. The Seahawks, I think we're all just getting a little complacent with because, they haven't lost in a month and a half. And they've won really convincingly. They had this ridiculous game last week with Leonard Williams getting 100 touchdowns. The week before, they just absolutely roll the Commanders on national television off of a bye. Before that, they beat that Texans team in where they're still finding their footing. But again, that one was sort of over before it even started. It was 27-12 at one point. The Rams, like you said it, this is sort of a playoff game for the Rams, and this is sort of when the season starts for them. They do a lot of things really well. I'm with you. I am. It's a little bit scary, but I do think that the Rams are they're the better team. I think this Matthew Stafford MVP debate could really heat up this week. I also think the Sam Darnold MVP debate could heat up this week. If they end up winning this game on the road and they're 8-2 and leading the NFC West, we might start to have that conversation, which seems insane. But I'm fine with the Rams if we need another play here. Unfortunately, though, I'd like a lot of games left.
Oh, you do? Okay. I mean, there's a lot of it I think are the right side. I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. So let's talk about the next game here. Is this one of the ones that you like aside here, Matt?
Maybe. It's Niners Cardinals. Whole NFC West playing each other. Cardinals are catching 3 points at home. We don't know who's playing quarterback this week. Still think for the Niners at least. Still think it's going to be Mac Jones as we record today. I think the Cardinals are probably the side. Marvin Harrison is going to miss this game, but I don't think that's that devastating of a loss. But like you keep saying, the 49ers defense, like it's going to catch up to them at some point. And I feel like this is just a total pedigree line.
It already has caught up to them. They've been terrible.
Yeah, I mean, they sort of really kept up with the Rams for a while last week, but then that got out of hand. It's just if at some point you got to wonder if this Jacoby Brissett magic is going to run out. But I'd be fine.
I mean, they weren't great. They weren't great last. They had two, but the Seattle had two. Excuse me, two pick sixes essentially by DeMarcus Lawrence in the first 16 minutes of that game. I mean, and then Arizona clawed and fought their way back. I mean, look, the Niners defense, Matt, is. I mean, the last two games, Giants scored a little bit. But the Rams 42 points, man. Even the Texans, whose offense was not great, put up 26 on them. So I lean Arizona. This is classic, right? Division game +3 for the home team. They think the teams are about even. So I'd be okay with that because it feels like a spot where you could take advantage of just the Niners team sort of depressed right now with the lack of a plan defense. They just can't get after them.
Yeah. I did say it was Hank pointed out. I said Leonard Williams had those touchdowns. It was DeMarcus Lawrence. I'd be fine. I'd be fine taking the Cardinals here.
I'll put them in the maybes.
Okay.
They're in. We have two yeses, which are the Tampa Bay and New York, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, we're going to add another one to the maybes here, unless you disagree. The Cleveland Browns are 7.5-point home dogs to the Baltimore Ravens.
What side do you like? Actually, I kind of think, curious what side you like.
Cleveland. It's Cleveland. I mean, they're just a different defense at home. They're coming off of this real stinker game. It's a divisional game. The Ravens, the Ravens won by 8 last week in a game where it felt like they just completely dominated the entire time. It's just a play on Cleveland's defense. This is not a fun one, but this is just a numbers play over the years. Divisional game, Cleveland at home. That really pains you. Let me get some better stats than that. Hang on.
Gabriel's so bad.
He's really bad, dude.
Like, if the Ravens get to 23 points, are the Browns scoring 16?
Dude, let's just lay off of this. I don't really want to make this case. Let's just get out of here. Let's just not.
I'm just trying to do the math in my head. The total's 39.5. I'm just doing the math in my head. Like, I know the Ravens defense is not great, but are the Browns getting to 16 points, 17 points? I just don't see it.
Yeah, I'm more than fine to lay this off. I think this is the right side. Having said that,
it is the right side.
It opened. This also was at 8 and 8.5 a day ago. It's come down to 7.5 because the wise guys are with us. Let's pass.
The next game, please don't make me bet on the Broncos. Please.
No, we're not going to do that. The Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites in Denver. Yeah, you can't take the Chiefs.
It's too high, yeah.
Yeah, historically, this is the spot. I mean, I'll find the stat and read it, but you don't like to take Mahomes laying 3.5 or over 3 points. Mahomes 18-1 on the road in his career.
In division.
In division, yeah.
In division, yeah.
So I don't know. I think the side here, I guess, would be Denver. I actually kind of feel like Kansas City can just take care of business, and the Broncos are one of the fakest teams I've ever seen.
Buddy, they're. I think I saw the stat. When a team scores 20 or less points this season, the NFL outside of Denver is 3-41. Denver's 3-0. They score less than 20 points this season.
They're I don't know, dude. They're just not. I don't.
They
buy
beat
them
the Raiders
as
by
contenders.
3, the Titans by 3, beat the Cowboys. They need 33 points in the fourth quarter. Beat the Giants by 1. Beat the Jets by 2. Dude, they've won 7 games in a row.
Yeah. Kansas City money line is. I mean, it's -205, but I think they're absolutely going to win this game. Kansas City needs this win.
I mean, you just put it with like a college football favorite or something.
Yeah.
Or throw it on the Steelers or something, like Rams, something. That's probably too. I would throw it on. I would just do like Chiefs and find a college football game, with -200 favorites and throw it on that. You know what I mean? Like just go like, that and throw it on like Alabama's probably beats Oklahoma. Just throw it on Alabama or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, we like Kansas City to win, but we're staying off of that one. How about the Lions going to Philly? The Phillies is 2.5-point favorites.
Okay, what do you think about this game? I'm so curious what you think.
Feels like kind of walking into it, but this feels a lot like the Bucs Patriots last week, where we walked into it, and I feel like I'm just going to do it again. Like I think I like the Lions.
Take Philly.
No,
I like the Lions.
I think I like Detroit. Yeah, I just think Philly. I mean, I think the Jalen Phillips edition is significant, but I think Detroit
played really well.
Detroit, I just feel like is firing on all cylinders, man. And this is just like Dan Campbell on the road, primetime game, coming off of like a monster win where they have a lot of momentum. I could just see them really getting up for this, where Philly just has this sort of gauntlet of games every week, and this could just feel like a little bit more meaningful to Detroit. But I don't know. I feel like the sharp side is Philly, but I keep staring at this and going like, I kind of feel like Detroit's better than them. But where are you?
So the thing that I think was frustrating about the other night with Philly is they're off a bye, and you would expect a little more crispness off a bye, and they weren't there. Detroit, Dan Campbell taking over offensive play calling, I think was a big difference in their success. The only thing is, Matt, is this is not the way you should always bet, right? We know this. But we're going to see that bet from John Ewing. It's going to say, here are the 5 NFL games with the most tickets on them. And number 1 is going to be the Lions this week.
Yep.
Number 2 is probably Baltimore. That's the only thing, is everyone's going to be in the Lions this weekend. But they're playing with more confidence. If Lane Johnson's out at all, he was beat up. Obviously, he came back in the very end of that game. That's not good. The Eagles' pass game is not great right now. The offense looks disjointed and kind of herky-jerky. The Lions' offense is humming, man. And they have the offensive line to block Philly. Like, that's a big bonus for them, right? We know that. Panay still went out last game, but I think Panay should be good enough to come back in. I think he would have come back in if the game was close against the Commanders on Sunday afternoon. So, yeah, look, I think it would be Lions or nothing here, but just be prepared that this will be the game where everyone's on the Lions.
I agree. Yeah, I feel like we should maybe lay off of this for that reason. Because I could also feel like I could, if you were like really strong for Philly, I feel like I could totally be talked into them too. So why don't we pass that? That's going to be a good one. And then Monday night, maybe I'll be able to watch this one. Dallas is laying 3.5 in Las Vegas. Vegas coming, Vegas is coming off a bye, right? They had a bye last week.
I think so. No, they played Thursday.
They win. Yeah, that's right. They played Thursday.
They lost Thursday. They lost.
We are not betting on this game, are we?
No chance. I'll tell you right now, I'll be on the Raiders personally plus 3.5 because every single person in the world will be in the Cowboys. So
correct.
That's something I will do.
Yeah.
The person I fade in college football, by the way, now, it's hard. Me sitting in this chair being so terrible with our NFL plays for a month should not be mocking someone else. But if I gave out plays on Saturday, I do give out plays Sunday, I'm much better. They went 0-8 in college football. They lost last night again. Like they lost in the NFL on Monday. Like these are people you find, you just fade them, and they're gonna be all on the Cowboys. All same people that I fade will be in the Cowboys on Monday night. I will bet the Raiders plus 3.5. I'll suck it up. I'll do it, and just that's what I'll be doing.
I like it. I like that you've got your weekend mapped out.
It's mapped out. All right, we're gonna take a break before we get to our final thought because we have some time talking about some stuff. So we'll take a break now. We'll come back and we'll give you our final points. Do it in a second. All right, Matt, we're back. Okay, we picked 5. We have 2 already in the can. Giants plus 7, Tampa plus 5.5. So we have those. Okay.
Yep.
The other ones I think we talked about were Washington in the Madrid game, Minnesota potentially, but I don't think we love Minnesota. The Rams -3. I think I want to advance Arizona into the yeses.
Fine with that. I agree.
Okay.
Home dog.
Arizona +3, home dog. Then we had Detroit, and I actually re-added Cleveland because I don't have enough for it to make 5. So that's do we miss anything here?
We're not touching Jackson. I'm just looking back. We're not touching Jacksonville.
I mean,
not touching the Titans.
Carolina's the right play. I know we're not going to do it.
Do you want to make a stand?
Or
It's your show.
Do you want to tell Hank to F off? Sorry, Mr. Broberg. No, I don't actually mean that in real life.
You're in charge. Your name's on the sign. If you feel confident in it.
I'm seeing if Raybon's on. No Raybon yet. If Raybon was on it, we would be sign me up for that.
Can we please remove Washington from this list?
Look, so here's the thing about the Wednesday podcast is that like I would love to wait till Friday to give you these last 2, but we can't do that, can we?
No,
like, imagine we just sit for 2 days, Matt, and stew on this. We record this on Wednesdays, by the way, and just like this great Pablo Torre podcast, the Meadowlark. Thank you guys for letting us use this. I don't know. What do you want to do? At least we gotta get 4. Okay.
Let's put the Rams in and let's choose. I think we should choose between the Vikings and the Panthers as our 5th.
Oh,
you like them both?
Do you like Minnesota or not?
I hate the 3. I hate the Panthers more though.
I just don't buy the Bears, man. Just something about them, man.
Let's put the Vikings in. I think the Bears juju is past its expiration date.
Well, okay, wait. Let me just real quick here. Let me take a peek at the DraftKings app. Hit up a little NFL tab. Here you go. It's -118, so I'm not going to get a better number for 2.5. Never mind. I was hoping it was like -105. Yeah, no, not going to happen. If it was -105, we could probably get a 120 on 2.5, but it's -143. So we might actually get a better number at 3 than we'll get in a day, Matt. This might be 3.5 by tomorrow.
Let's hit it. I'm up for it.
Okay. So Giants. Well, let me look at the Rams now too. What 2.5 cost for the Rams? Where's 2.5 at? Here we go. The Rams, you can get 2.5. Nope. They're smart. These DraftKings got us. -139. Not going to happen. Okay. Giants +7, excuse me. Tampa +5.5. Arizona +3. Rams -3. Minnesota -3. I like our card this week, Matt.
Me too. I feel very. I have a good conscience about these.
No Chiefs, no Commanders. So that's a good start right there.
Yep.
What are you most looking forward to at the wedding you're going to this weekend?
What was the question?
What are you most looking forward to do at the wedding this weekend?
What am I most looking forward to? I'm looking forward to no responsibilities. I'm the last person invited to this wedding, and I have no childcare to manage, so I can just be weird.
Yeah, a couple drinks.
Yeah, anything's possible.
Couple adult beverages. I'm happy for you. You get to have a fun weekend with your wife. That is awesome. College, I'll tell you right now, I like Illinois to cover, Washington to cover, Iowa to cover, and maybe Tulsa. But the first three, for sure, I like to cover. Illinois, they're big numbers. Illinois is a big number. Washington's 16.5. I think Illinois is 15. I like Iowa, if you can find a 7, hold out for a 7. A good college week as well. So good over. How about this? On the college contest, Matt, I played the college contest. I'm 42, 33, and 2. So I'm 55% of that is, 56%. And you would think like, wow, that's a good year. You must be near the top of the standings. No, not really. I'm like 89th.
Damn.
And I'm 4 points out of the money, I think. So 3 more. If I go 3 more weeks of 5 and 2, which is what I was in the contest this week, I could maybe sniff the money. Top 10 is the money. I'm 4 points out of money.
Dude, I believe in you. You can do it. What can I do to help? Push back on all your ideas here?
No, I'm college. I just do myself. College, it's the old Geoff Schwartz brain. Good, maybe bad thing. Did not get my West Village walk-in. I might do that right now, though. But we'll see how my night goes here in New York City. Enjoy doing this with you, Matt, as usual. We'll be back on Tuesday with Gabe. And enjoy the football this weekend, guys. Take care.
See you, buddy.